Hey everybody, welcome to this meditation on getting unstuck. And there's a word that rhymes with stuck, and it's yuck. Ooh, we've all experienced being stuck and feeling stuck. Maybe you feel stuck at different times every single day. Or maybe you've woken up in the morning, I know I have, and just felt, oh, what's up today? I kind of wake up on the wrong side of the bed and already feel stuck. And stuck is when energy doesn't move. It's when the energy actually stops. So we're going to work on today getting our energy moving and getting unstuck. One of the ways that we get out of being stuck is amusement and enthusiasm. So if you take what you're working on in yourself really, really seriously, too seriously, then you tend to kind of put it in a box and squeeze it. Sometimes we want to work through something or transform something so much we actually squeeze it into place. I had a Zen teacher that would say we're all born like an open palm, and slowly through life, as life hardens us from difficult experiences, our palm closes into a fist. And inside of that fist we hold stress and anxiety, resistance, and a very scientific word, stuckness. Stuckness. And if we get too much in that stuckness or that resistance or frustration, we take that fist and we, someone else. Hopefully you don't punch like that. So, let's do a meditation today to get unstuck. And before we do, just so you're aware of where we are together here, we're sitting on top of an active volcano here on the big island of Hawaii. This is all lava rock around me, and that point behind me that I'm pointing to is Mount Hualalai, and it's about 15 years overdue in its eruption cycle. So during this meditation, if you peek your eyes open and see some red flowing behind me, just yell through the screen. Well, I'm glad we're already getting amused. And I hope you're amused as I am. And if you're not, then I'll just keep making fun of myself until you do laugh. So getting unstuck. Should we think about getting unstuck, or should we just go for it? Why don't we all start by closing our eyes? Except me. I'll keep them open. But you can go ahead and close your eyes and just take a moment. Take a couple of really nice deep breaths in. Make sure when you breathe in that your breath goes into your brain. Sometimes when we have trouble having a creative thought, we get stuck. Maybe we're not bringing enough energy and awareness up into our brains. Or maybe when we get stuck around relationships of different kinds, maybe we're not bringing enough energy and attention into our chests. So maybe take a deep breath and breathe into your chest. Maybe when we get stuck sometimes, we don't sense our emotions clearly. So bring your breath down into your belly. And just have your attention right there behind your eyes, right in the center of your head. And we're going to start by bringing our attention from the center of our head down to the base of our spines. And from the base of your spine, I would like you to grow an image of a beautiful tree trunk right out of the base of your spine. Maybe a big oak tree or a redwood tree. And just watch that tree trunk just extend off of you, down into the earth. Let it go straight down into the planet, all the way down through all the layers of the earth. The rock, the ocean, the lava, the crystals. Let it go all the way down into the earth until it reaches the center of the planet. And when that tree trunk does reach the center of the planet, let it just root into the core of the earth. Let it ground you. Notice your body can be grounded and connected to the planet. And I would like you to just start to be aware as you're connected and grounded into the earth with that tree trunk, if there's anywhere inside your body that feels stuck, that you notice has been stuck recently. Is there somewhere in you that's just not moving? Maybe you feel some stuckness in your shoulders or some stuckness in your belly, your lower back, or in your head. I'm stuck in my head. Wherever you notice you've been feeling stuck, just let that space start to drain off down into that tree trunk and down the grounding cord. Start to let go of that stuckness. You don't have to know what it is. You might, and you might not. Just let it start to go. If there's frustration, if you've been feeling frustrated, maybe you're even frustrated during this meditation, let that frustration go. Tickle yourself a little bit. Maybe you need to make some animal sounds. My favorite is a cow. Here in Hawaii we have a lot of cattle. So you might moo that energy down into the earth. Sometimes we get stuck and we become stubborn like cows or mules. And if you become too stubborn like a mule, then you're just an ass. So start to take yourself a little bit more lightly. Whatever it is that's been frustrating you, if there's a person in particular or a situation at work, see if you can just let that energy start to release, almost like if it was little packages of energy going down that tree trunk into the earth. Just let it go. And breathe. We don't normally think of it this way, but stuckness is its own vibration. It has its own energy field. Sometimes I'll see stuckness as like this beige, like an ugly beige color. Maybe you see some of that beige in you. Start to wiggle that stuckness out. You ever see a dog get out of the water and just shake off all the water? Just shake it off. So many people I've noticed on their path, on their life path, on their path to enlightenment or their path to purpose or fulfillment or whatever it is, so many people, I've watched them just stall out halfway down their path. The car runs out of gas. They make a wrong turn on their path. They end up in a dead end. But there really are no dead ends. Sometimes we just have to turn around, go back to the road we were on before, and continue going. So if you feel like you've hit a dead end with something, or made a wrong turn, just notice if you've been beating yourself up over it, continuously walking through the same scenario again and again in your mind, holding on to something. One of the reasons things get stuck energetically is because we hold on to them. And then the more we try to solve them or figure them out, the more we kind of squeeze them into place. So if your energetic hands have been squeezing something tightly, just start to let it go. Behind all of our frustrations and resistance and pain is really just a deep sense of love and wanting to experience and care for other people, to share life with other people. Most of us aren't frustrated or stuck because we want to do bad things and we couldn't accomplish taking over the world. Most of us are stuck because we want something amazing to happen and it hasn't happened. So validate yourself where you are working on something really cool in your life. Whether it's taking a relationship deeper, creating something that's going to help humanity, deepening into your own spirituality. Notice that you're working on that. And because you're working on that, you're walking through, getting through something that's been keeping you stuck. And that's why you're in this meditation today. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here. And that's why we're here on this planet, is to learn about ourselves and to grow through where we're stuck. So maybe there's another spot in your body. Let it start to just release. Maybe you see something like a size of a tennis ball or a ping pong ball, just like a beige energy somewhere in your body. Maybe there's been somebody else in your life that's been stuck, and you've been feeling stuck with them. You're so nice that you got stuck with them. Maybe it's time to let them have their own process around being stuck, and you could have your process. And maybe you getting unstuck will help them get unstuck. And sometimes, and I've heard some great teachers say this, sometimes when we feel the farthest away is when we're the closest. So if you feel like nothing is working, everything is stuck, you might actually be ready to break through something. Let that tree trunk that's connecting you to the earth really do its job. And just make that conscious decision. If you've been going over something again and again in your mind, just start to let it go. See if there's a shift that wants to take place in your body. In your space. Human beings have an amazing ability to feel stuck, and we have an amazing ability to get unstuck, to get inspired, to transform ourselves, to consciously decide, you know what, I don't need to be in this dead end, in this cul-de-sac, in this nowhere place that doesn't fulfill me anymore. You can almost like take all that stuckness and put it in a big bag and then just drop it right down to the center of the earth. And start to forgive yourself for anywhere you've been maybe in self-judgment around not taking steps as quickly as you thought you should be or could be. We often hold ourselves in a picture of needing to be better or to be perfect. And that energy of wanting to be better or to be perfect is actually what keeps us from taking a step. So let that go. Sometimes we go so far into blaming someone else, and other times we go so far into blaming ourselves. And notice that either way, it's not that true. It's really inside of us where the change is going to happen. But we haven't done anything wrong, and neither has anybody else. It's all just part of the process of growth. Start to notice that shift. And then I want you to bring your awareness right above your head, and I want you to create an image of a beautiful golden sun, beautiful golden ball of light. And let this golden ball of light just be full of your own vibration. Let it be full of a sense of forgiveness for anywhere you've beat yourself up for feeling stuck. For anywhere where you got stuck and you went, yuck. And let that golden light just start to come right into your body through the top of your head. Let it pour into you. Just fill in. Let that gold come all the way down into you. Down through your head and your throat, your shoulders, your chest, your back. Down into your belly, your waist. And notice that you're going from feeling stuck to feeling fulfilled. And really you're being full of yourself in a healthy way. Fill yourself up with yourself. Let your awareness come into your body. And anywhere you've been stuck, you bring your awareness into that space and be neutral to it and let it start to dissipate. We think we're on our own here on this planet and we're fighting an uphill battle by ourselves. But in reality, there's a huge current called life that is taking us. And we are not alone. And when you get to that place where you feel stuck and alone, look behind you, look underneath you, look above you. Notice there's this incredible planet that we're all on. And the planet is helping us grow, even when the challenges seem insurmountable. Let that gold come through your legs, all the way down into your feet. Until your entire body starts to fill in with light. And when you are completely filled in with light, you can slowly open your eyes and stretch. And just be aware that anytime you start to feel stuck, you can bring that grease of amusement in. You can release energy out of your body where you feel stuck, down into the earth. You can have that awareness that when you feel the farthest away, you're starting to get closer to really making a shift. And be gentle with yourself. Meditate, practice, and enjoy life. Let the current of life help move you rather than just fighting it all the time. Thanks for joining me on the side of this volcano, and I will see you soon. Aloha.